Good morning, Aries, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I will be doing a reading for you for the week of May the 12th to the 18th, 2024. I've already shuffled your decks, and I've already cut your decks and shuffled them all 7 times each, utilizing the numerology of the date 05/12/2024. So when you add them all up, it equals 7. Okay, so let's dive right in here. Okay, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, now I love this deck. It's a brand new deck as well. It's the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. I had the Oracle of Mystical Moments, so this is just the Tarot. So anyways, this is my first time sharing it with all of you guys. So the Hanged Man perhaps is saying that we have been feeling like we have been stuck or not moving or kind of hanging in the limbo, okay? And I feel that I have my Sun, my Mercury, and my Mars in Aries, okay? So we have, but this has all been for a reason, I'm getting, okay? Perhaps whatever it is that we are working for or towards, this was a time for the universe to kind of allow us to gain different perspectives, think outside the box. So usually in times of frustration and lack of movement is when we become most creative and to think about how we're going to solve problems, okay? So if you haven't done that, you're being encouraged to do that, okay? Try to think outside the box. The universe isn't punishing you. The universe is encouraging you to, you see how she's upside down, right? To gain different perspectives on how to navigate your way forward with respects to any sort of endeavor you are pursuing, okay? So I will share also that the Hanged Man is an illustration in the normal Rider-Waite deck of the god Odin, okay? Odin hung himself on the world tree Yggdrasil, and he sacrificed himself to himself, okay, in order to gain the knowledge of the universe. So he hung upside down for 9 days and 9 nights. He stabbed himself with his spear Gungnir, and he sacrificed an eye to the well of Mimir in order to gain the runes and the knowledge of the runes. So runes are an alphabet, a Norse alphabet, okay, and they can be used to write, but they can also be used for divination purposes, kind of like the tarot, okay, and they're used in Scythe in Norse magic, okay. So they hold powerful properties. So he kind of sacrificed things in the immediate time, in the immediate environment for himself in order to gain knowledge that would help him out in his future endeavors. Odin is the god of knowledge. He's always seeking knowledge and will kind of do anything to gain knowledge. Okay, so if you are stuck, if you are in a time of limbo where you feel like things have not been moving forward, you are being encouraged to pursue information and knowledge that perhaps you might not have thought about, or gaining different insights, perhaps speaking to different people that you haven't before, networking and gaining different perspectives that maybe people that don't even are not related to the field or to what you are trying to pursue, because sometimes it is good to gain people's perspectives that don't even know anything about your endeavor, right? Because then you can start to aim your advertising or aim your strategy based on their mentality, right? It's like you want to, like, if you're doing a presentation, or like you're presenting something, or you're at a conference, you want to know who your audience is, because the way that you present is not going to be the same. So say if you were a doctor, okay, if you're presenting to fellow doctors, the way and the terminology and the language that you're going to use is going to be different to if you're presenting to other doctors than perhaps some individuals with special needs. Okay, so know your audience and know who you're trying, like know your target. Okay, and when you do this, you're going to uncover, see how there's like a zipper here? You're going to uncover hidden knowledge that is going to serve you for your highest good. Okay, there's a lot of information that is hidden. And I'm also getting here that there's maybe going to be some truths coming out this week about stuff. I don't know what it is, but I think some truths are going to be uncovered. There's a different reality on the other side of this. So this is for globally, and this is for personal. But like that whole explanation I just did was more for personal. Okay. So this card is also a signification of Virgo. So perhaps utilizing the springtime to get yourself organized, and to allow, so when you clean your external environment, it helps with your mental capacities and your mental health as well. Okay, because if you're less cluttered in your external world, you're less cluttered in your internal world too. Okay, so getting organized, and as you, it's like do it like a ritual where you're cleaning your house out, getting rid of old things that don't serve you, that you don't use anymore, because you're making way for new energy to come in. Okay. Yeah. So we also have the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay. Oh no, the Hangman is not Virgo, it's a Neptune. Sorry about that. But that message still came through, so take it as it resonates. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, so perhaps as we have been feeling like we've been hanging in limbo, like there hasn't been any movement, and if we have been trying to seek out different avenues to go about creating movement, like you're doing your own part, you've put your manifestations perhaps out there, but you're meeting the universe in the middle, right? You're putting your efforts in to get the cogs moving. Okay, and Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune here, sees this, and he's going to be bestowing movement and blessings upon you. Okay, and this energy is there for you to utilize, Aries, this week. Okay, Jupiter is still very potent right now. I believe it's still in Taurus, and the Sun is going to be aspecting and being in conjunct with Jupiter, so it's going to be amplifying it. And Uranus is still potent as well. The Sun is going to be doing something with him as well. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is going to be amplified. That, you know, that happened in April. We are still working with that energy right now. So whatever seeds that you've planted perhaps during that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, and if you haven't seen my videos on that, definitely check those out to see how you can use that energy to your advantage. Okay? But the end of May is still quite potent with that energy. So Jupiter is coming in here. You've been hanging in limbo, and now the cogs are starting to move. Okay? So we're getting some movement, which I welcome. And then we have Death. Look at how beautiful that card is. So Death does not mean dying, okay? So this is something old in your life is dying, and perhaps your old self, because you've sacrificed yourself to yourself. Okay, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you are working really hard right now in order to get a promotion. So you are being strung thin. Perhaps you're stretching yourself thin because you really want to take advantage of a situation and move yourself forward. Okay. You're working all the time. You're constantly on the go. That's sacrificing yourself to yourself, okay? Because you wanting to make your future self have a more comfortable life, right? So your old self is dying. Your old life is dying. You've sacrificed yourself to yourself. And Jupiter is in the the Wheel of Fortune here is there to get things moving, and your new self is going to be emerging from the situation. You are kind of being reborn. Sorry, my allergies are really bothering me right now, so I'm sorry if I sound nasally. Okay, but you see here, this is like there's something beautiful blossoming. Like death creates new life, right? And this is a major transformation for you, Aries. There is a butterfly right here, okay? And perhaps this hanged man mode you were in was actually like that caterpillar soup, where it's preparing you to be reborn. You are transforming from being a caterpillar. You went into the cocoon stage. You're going through a metamorphosis, and you're emerging from this a butterfly. Okay, so this is a very beautiful death, and Jupiter has a big aspect here. Okay, so perhaps you should see where Jupiter is in your birth chart. See what house that is in order to see what area you're going to be transforming in. Okay. All right, let's keep moving. All right, let's get some clarifying cards here. So with the Hanged Man, you have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups signifies leading with your heart. She can be quite emotional, so perhaps, I was emotional yesterday, perhaps because of the situation that you were in, maybe you have been questioning whether you're on the right path, okay, while you were in this limbo, while you were in this stagnant energy, perhaps, still trying your best to gain different perspectives. But know that if you are in alignment with what your heart wants to pursue, and it gives your life meaning, and it gives your life purpose, then this is it. You're not doing this for nothing. If you're doing it for you and not for everybody else, then that is what you should be focusing on. Okay. The Queen of Cups is also a queen that is very intuitive. She is very psychic. She has her, perhaps you are noticing increased clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and telepathic extrasensory abilities. Okay, so you need to start tapping into that, because I think you've been going through a dark night of the soul kind of thing too. I know that's more of a hermit mode, but like as you have been hanging upside down, you have been developing these extrasensory abilities, okay? Because like Odin, you sacrificed yourself to yourself. You're going through this death, this spiritual death, and you are emerging on the other side with extrasensory abilities here that you can utilize to your advantage on how to navigate ways forward with respects to whatever endeavor it is that you are working on. Okay? But in order for it to be as heightened as possible, you need to be in alignment with your highest calling. So have you done that introspection while you were here? Okay? Are you happy with what you were, are you happy with what you are doing in your life? And is it in alignment with what your highest purpose is, do you think? Start thinking about these things. Okay, because maybe it isn't. Maybe you're not in alignment, but you've been thinking about this. And this is the beginning of your caterpillar stage. This is beginning of Jupiter coming in and, you know, death, the death of your old self. It all starts somewhere, right? Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Cups can signify being depressed or being melancholic or really hyper-focused on things that haven't worked out for you, okay? And that can be sometimes the catalyst for you having to go through this stage of putting yourself in different perspectives, gaining different perspectives on what is important in your life. Is it in alignment with what my highest purpose is? Okay, so be it in a relationship, be it a work environment, or like whatever you do for a living. Maybe it's even the fact that you work for other people and you don't want to do that anymore. Okay, but you see this or it could be even habits. Okay, like drinking, like maybe they don't it doesn't resonate with you anymore, or going out with certain people, or just activities that don't serve your highest good. As you elevate in consciousness, you are going to be shedding things that don't serve you anymore, because you're making room for things that are more in alignment with your highest purpose. Okay, so do you see here there is some cups that had wine in it? Now she's lost her taste for wine and she is sad about it, because she used to enjoy drinking it and she doesn't enjoy it anymore. And she spilled it and she's upset about it. And she's hyper focused on the cups that have spilt here, but there are two other cups here. Okay, if only she turned around, she would see that. And in a normal Rider-Waite deck, there is a gentleman that is hyper focused on the spilled cups. There are two cups behind him, and that are on a path that leads to a bridge, that leads to a castle, that have more cups and a lot better things to offer him, and a castle. But you have to turn around. You have to gain a different perspective, because what's on the other side of whatever hasn't worked out for you is the Wheel of Fortune. It is something better. So sometimes when doors close, it is the universe telling you that there's other doors that are going to be opening, and they are a lot more in alignment with what your highest purpose is and what you're here to do. Okay, so I don't get that upset anymore when things don't work out. It is frustrating sometimes, and it is like defeating sometimes, and you are allowed to feel those feelings, but don't get stuck there, because you're not going to be able to see all the other opportunities that are available that the universe is trying to show you. Okay, this is a game. This is the game of life in this matrix. So you have to try to hack everything. And like if you get too hyper focused on things that don't work out, like I kind of just laugh at things now. Like if I shared this with you guys before, I got laid off from 2 jobs in the last 2 years after 6 months. The first time I was making really good money, and I got really pissed off when I got laid off, and I didn't have work for almost a year. Then I was working on a business plan to open up my own business. In the interim, got another job, got laid off, and then I started laughing, and I was like, the universe is telling me that I should probably pursue my own endeavor, right? This is telling me that I've been working on something and I need to venture off on my own and not put my life in other people's hands anymore. Okay, so you have to start listening, like the Queen of Cups, to the universe's messages that are coming through in various different mediums. Okay, it could be in your TV, could be in your radio, it could be on things that you watch, it could be the things that you read in books, it could be in conversations or hearing a conversation while you're walking, you know. So be mindful. You're developing your extrasensory abilities, and the universe is trying to communicate with you. Okay, but you need to try to see things differently, because it's not going to be outright and blatant. Okay. And with the Death card, we have the 3 of Coins. So the Three of Coins is signification that you're going through this death. You're going through this metamorphosis, but this has to happen in order for you to build something better in your life. Okay, the Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles is a card of working with others. It can be working with people that are like-minded and have the same purpose as you. And you are building something of sound structure and laying a strong foundation for the rest of your life. Okay, and this is building something of quality. So something old has to die in order for you to build something better. Whatever it is going to be looking different for each and every one of you, because this is a general reading. Okay. All right. So let's end off with an animal spirit oracle card. And we have the polar bear. And the polar bear is all about mysticism. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. What did I say? You carry the shaman within. Strength, adaptability, patience, endurance, survival, fearless, solitary, psychic, traveler, dreams, mysticism, spirit helper, and shaman's ally. The great and invincible polar bears of the far north are the largest hunters among land mammals. The males can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and are figures of fearless strength. There is not a stronger totem to help you survive the challenges of life. Polar bears are revered by native people for their ability to travel through the veil and gather treasures from beyond, like Odin. Polar bear is one who carries the shaman to the land of spirit. Their stark environment helps to hone their psychic abilities. They listen to their intuition and find their way. Their incredible sense of smell helps them gather food and locate openings in the ice. Polar bears know the wisdom of long rests and the richness of solitude. Those with polar bear medicine are likely to have faced adversity and become stronger from it. If polar bear is your totem, you are fearless. You are psychic. You are resilient. You will be able to swim through the icy waters of life and be a strong survivor. You have a thick skin and do not let things bother you, right? Just laugh it off. This is a game. If polar bear has just come into your life, know that your spirit helper has arrived. Call upon polar bear to create more adaptability, endurance, and fearlessness. Some things to keep in mind are, do you forget that you need to spend time alone? Has too much activity got you cranky? Be sure to rest. Is something not smelling quite right? Ask your totem for clarity. So work with the polar bear this week, okay? Make time for dreaming in solitude. If this reading resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. That is something that you'd like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is going on with your week, not only check out your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I'm truly grateful for your energy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week.